Good afternoon, everybody. We are here in our own small kitchen, in our own home. And today we are going to present with you an apple project.
Yeah, I'm just deworming this apple right now.
These apples were given by Leia in their own backyard, in their own apartment.
Yeah.
So, but it's, they pick it up from their neighbors.
Neighbor's yard?
Neighbor's yard. So she gave it to me two days ago. So we're going to do something about this.
Yeah, we're coring some apples to start with.
Okay, the first step
is to core some apples.
To core some apples. Okay, so let's look how.
So this is an apple core or potato peeler, right?
Alright, look at
coring some apples to start with.
Alright,
cleaning out the apple core.
Alright, cleaning out the apple core. See how Shane.
I was making sure there's no worms in them too, because they're organic apples, so they got all kinds of pests and things going on.
Okay, so she's cleaning up. Look at the cyst of this apple. I call this cyst because they're organic. Where are the cysts?
Yeah, cysts are kind of like
cysts, like pimples. Kinda, but
it's theirs is mold, not mold, but yeah, that's kind of mold.
Okay.
This has got a worm on it.
So Shane is cleaning, removing the cyst or the holes from the organic apple.
Wormhole.
So we're down to 2 now.
We got 3 left to go.
No, yeah, the other one,
Two left.
Shane don't like to be seen, so we're really making sure that it's all.
Not that I don't want to be
Shane is preparing all the other ingredients for this apple project. Look at this. Look at this cored apple. Look, with a hole now. Look. Is it nice?
Rather than, we're going to use lemon juice.
Okay. Leia, look at this. We're making something out of this organic cysted apple of yours.
Cinnamon.
So Shane is adding the ingredients like lemon juice,
sugar,
and
kosher salt,
cinnamon, kosher salt. Look at this, and
flour,
sugar, and most of all, the flour. The flour. Look at the flour. Oh, see? So we do have all the ingredients now.
Butter, heavy cream.
Oh, we have to add butter, and cream. What else do we have to add?
Baking powder.
He's the one doing this, not my turn today.
Not your turn ever. I'm the baker. Okay, baking powder.
Baking powder. This is the baking powder.
Various measuring implements.
Baking powder.
Yeah, so we got.
And we have to use measuring cups to measure everything.
And then we got egg.
How many eggs do we need?
Don't want to knock the eggs.
This is the organic eggs we have here at home right now.
So,
We only have few eggs. Okay? A couple of eggs though. I love this hole here in this apple.
I need another bowl.
Mm-hmm. I stopped because we have a small kitchen.
Small space.
Small
space kitchen.
Small space kitchen, so we hardly have space for anything else.
So I just pull out everything we need first.
Yeah.
Right.
We have time to bake, and we love food, so kinda
okay, now we need
having fun with this. So we prepare baking pan.
Okay, so.
And what do you call this?
Those are mixing bowls.
Mixing bowls, okay?
Okay, so now we gotta slice the apples into the big bowl.
Second step is to slice the apples into the big bowls.
Which is nice.
Okay, look at this sliced apple in just a few seconds. He's so smart though. Look, it's see the second one, and look at how he slices it.
Oh, it's a bit big.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's because
it's like the width and how do you call this? The length and width of each one is the same. So he has this kind of spatial intelligence. So I'm gonna combine cognitive psychology with this Apple project.
Okay.
What I've learned in cognitive psychology, when you have the skill of slicing the same, how do you call this? The same sizes of things, you have a spatial intelligence.
Okay.
Which is kind of, you can put it into, oops, careful. You can put into practice what you have learned from theories. Like, that's why he's good in math. He has a spatial ability. So those chefs in the restaurant who are always cutting all those ingredients that are, it was nicely done, they have spatial intelligence. Careful, OMG. In 1.5 minutes of cutting those 6 apples, big, huge 6 apples, he was able to come up with this sliced apples. So nice, eh? Very smart to do it. Thank you.
Yeah, a cinnamon mixture, basically.
Cinnamon mixture, which is composed of 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and how many cups of lemon juice?
Half a lemon.
Half
a lemon.
Half a lemon.
You gotta guess at it.
Yeah.
It's just an educated guess, but it looks like it's right because it's got a nice mixture.
So
to it.
if you have cinnamon bun if you do cinnamon bun in your house, you do this first before you put it in cinnamon. But we will mix this one with mixing it with the apple, the sliced apples.
I don't want to lose any of it, so I'm just trying to get it all before it goes out.
Okay. Where are we? We're waiting for him.
Yeah, here it comes.
Yes, look! That's the mixture.
Lemon,
brown sugar, and cinnamon into the pot or pan.
And salt.
And salt. Have you put salt?
Yeah, yeah, kosher salt.
Kosher salt into these apples.
Yeah. Now, this is where you got to get your hands dirty. So.
Oh.
Fun part.
The fun part of this is to mix it manually with your bare hands.
Yeah, that's, in baking, you gotta do that a lot. So make sure you wash your hands.
Yeah, make sure you're
you know, like before you do anything. So this is a wash your hands moment. Be prepared to wash them afterwards. Okay, so
He has a big hand. Like, do you want me to help you though?
no, it's okay. I'm just gonna get it so that it's coated the apples.
The apples must be coated with all this mix.
So they can maculate.
Maculate means?
They're just kind of like marinade.
Oh,
Type of marinade. Only it's for...
Is it your own word?
No, it's from the recipe. It's called maculating the apple. See, they're getting all nice and covered? And that's what your hands can do.
I think
You can't do that so easily with a mixing spoon.
All right.
Fingers are so versatile, right? Make
Look
sure you
at
get
him.
the bottom. Make
So
sure you get it all.
when you marinate with pork, chicken, and beef, the other term for this is maculate when it comes to fruit. Am I correct?
Yeah.
All right. Look, guys.
Okay, there we go. That should be fine. I just wash my hands again. Now it's got to sit there for 15 minutes.
15 minutes. All right.
And it'll absorb the lemon will help absorb everything, right?
All right.
Yeah, and it also preserves it a bit, the lemon.
All right. Okay. 15 minutes for you.
Okay.
So what are we doing now?
We're making the cobbler.
Oh, he's making a cobbler. What do you mean by cobbler? Huh?
That's the flour mixture that you use to put the cover on the apples that you're going to bake.
All right. It's like the crust.
Yeah, pretty much. So then we need to add 2 cups of flour. Where's my...
2 cups of flour.
I like to sift it in.
Okay, we're using a manual sift, not the one from...
Okay, so we're going half cup of... So 4 half cups.
4 half cups.
Of all-purpose flour. Okay, 1. 2. See here with half.
I hope I'm still here when it's this done. 3.
It only takes 30 minutes to prepare and half an hour and a half to bake. 4.
4. All right.
Okay.
So,
I'll just put this here for now.
sift.
No, not yet.
Not
I'm gonna
yet?
Add a quarter cup of
He's looking
half
at
cup of sugar. Half cup of sugar.
white sugar.
Yep.
He's looking at the ingredients on the internet.
Yeah.
We're following it.
Well, you have to, but you got to do your own flair too while you're at it, right?
Yeah.
You got to add your own kind of like without ruining the baking, right?
Yeah. All right.
Half cup of that. 2 tablespoons of baking powder, not soda.
Baking soda.
No powder. Don't get them mixed up. Baking powder and soda are 2 different things.
Or baking powder.
This is magic baking powder, usually really good.
Okay. Magic baking powder is on its way. And it, how many? How much?
2 teaspoons.
2 teaspoons.
2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons, yeah. You just kind of wipe off the... Okay. Don't want it in here.
I have a quiz after 5 minutes.
1.
1.
This allows it to rise.
Oh, the baking powder will allow the flour to rise,
Yeah.
the dough.
Yeah. Use the same thing in making pancakes. It's kind of like a pancakes formula in a way. Okay. And then what else we want?
Mixing time.
So I'm sifting it all together. It allows it to mix at the same time.
Look at this. That's nice.
This is the best way to mix it together.
See, that's really nice.
So now you got to make a well.
Make it well.
Make a well in it so that when you put in the wet ingredients, it'll fold better. Okay. So you make a well, and then we're gonna add the
Egg?
so you want
No.
click on this here,
Yeah.
and you go a half cup.
Half cup.
This is a whole cup. This is a half a cup.
All right.
So you can take this whole one and cut it in half, or you can take. So you got a measurement there that helps you out. Right?
All right.
So you do have your hands, and it's better than to use your hands than it is to do anything else. So they're gonna kind of put it in little bits.
Okay. So this is half cup of butter, which is measurable by by the cover.
Yeah. So you're gonna break it up into pieces because what it's gonna do is it's gonna turn it into a crumble in a way.
I see. He has this kinds of cooking disposition.
You can have like all the ingredients and recipes in the book, but if you don't know what you're doing with how you're going to incorporate them properly, then you're going to have problems, right?
Yeah. All right.
So you got to learn how to do this first. It's like to make the proper cobbler, you got to sort of break up the butter into chunks like this, and then when it's all broken up in chunks, you got to get your hands in here.
Yee, how do you
cover
feel?
It up, and just kind of break it up and to make it into small pea-sized.
What do you think while mixing that?
Just think you're moving your hands around and trying to incorporate into pea-sized.
You don't think of anything else?
Nope. Just like feeling around in there and making sure.
So how do you feel about it?
You just.
What are you feeling?
I'm feeling. You should feel it yourself.
No, I'm asking you. You're the one doing it.
You're just feeling, and you're just kind of incorporating and mixing around.
Do you think something else?
No, I'm just thinking about what I'm cooking.
I'm teasing
You're teasing me, eh? See how it's all getting nice and into like a mealy kind of like pea-sized shape. That's what you're worried about. Mix it around and round and round. Yeah. Meanwhile, you could start by beating an egg.
Oh, beating. So.
There's the eggs right there. You just need the little bowl over there. See how it's getting grainy like that?
Oh.
That's because of the butter.
That's nice.
It's almost done. Maybe I'll beat the egg for you.
Okay. One egg for Shane again. Do you like eggs?
Yeah, eggs are great they help you leaven. That's why you're going to beat some air into the guy, right?
Yeah.
To help you leaven the dough.
All right.
Right?
Guys, do you think what egg is this?
Okay, so it's like pea size or smaller. See? Look at this. Look at the texture.
Yeah.
Just make sure there's nothing too big in there. Just making sure.
All right.
See, that's like pea-sized texture. That's what you're after. Yeah, pea-sized texture.
Oh.
Kind of get it all off there. There you go.
Okay.
You don't beat it in there. You're going to beat it into the small
container
over here. And I'm going to crack an egg.
Crack the egg. This is the egg, and this is the
dough.
The dough.
The start.
Yeah, look.
So you're going to beat the egg.
Beat the egg.
Put in lots of air.
All right. This is strong arms and hands with Shane. Oh, look at him.
Like faster than a beating
machine.
I don't need a machine. I'm good enough. See how fast I go?
Yeah, you're like Mark.
See, look at how much air is in there now, right? A lot of bubbles.
Bubbles?
That's what you're after.
All right.
You don't just want to beat the egg.
You're like Thanos in the Avengers, or you like Captain Marvel. Captain America.
Now here's the heavy cream. Now I need to put in half a cup of heavy cream. Half a cup.
Half a cup.
Yeah. I'm gonna beat that in there too. Okay, so we got. I use coffee cream. This is 18% milk fat, which is probably better than heavy cream.
All right. So if you have cream if you have cream at home, use that one as your milk for this kind of.
You can use it for coffee later when you eat the peach cobbler or apple cobbler, whatever one you're making. Could be peach, could be apple.
Don't waste any food at home. Do something nice about it.
Okay, so I'm gonna preheat the oven to 350 now.
Okay. He's having fun.
Let me try.
Create what?
A well.
A well?
Yeah.
What kind of oh,
like this.
Like that. Like
create a well.
A lava. A valley.
Yeah. A little valley, yeah.
A little valley.
See lots of bubbles in there. That's really good.
Oh.
But you see it's like right in the middle?
Yeah.
That's perfect.
So
now you fold it.
Fold. That's folding.
That's folding it.
Not folding like like clothes, or just fold?
Just folding it into a mixture, right?
All right.
See how it's folding into a mixture?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
We don't have valley now. We have these kinds of we're making
you want to get it all
plane.
wet. You want to get it all wet now.
Wet?
Yeah, all the flour has to be wet.
Do you know what kind of wet is that?
Yeah, just wet. Just a little bit soggy, wet.
Soggy?
Yeah, so that you might want a little bit of crumbliness, but see, look at how it's all like in pieces like this.
Yeah.
That's right. That's good. That's a good starting dough, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good dough.
So right now we have these kinds of little rocks over here, but later on we will make it plain and smooth.
I only use this fork the whole time, right? The only thing you need is a fork, measuring cups, and a couple of bowls, and a strong arm. You find some of the good chefs and cooks around the world have really strong forearms.
And they're also handsome, eh?
Yeah.
In a way.
Like Jamie Oliver or something. You know?
Like you, or like, what do you call it? Bradley Cooper when he made his movie.
Oh, yeah.
And all those chefs in restaurants that are all behind the scenes. They're the one who makes good food, delicious food anyway, and healthy wise.
Okay, so we got a baking pan.
This is the baking pan.
Yeah.
So we're
ready to put it in the oven.
So we're gonna remove all the stuff.
Yeah, move that so you can show the stuff.
Another tip from Shane is clean as you cook.
Now I like to always...
We have a pan here, a small, medium-sized
Put a
pan.
little bit of oil and...
What about olive oil though?
This is fine.
Huh?
Don't like to use olive oil. It's got olive oil is mainly used for eating.
Oh, okay. So this oil is cooking oil, vegetable oil.
Right, and so I just like to kind of like so it doesn't stick when it bakes.
From from other point of view, it's like they use butter to cover that. What do you think?
Butter?
Yeah.
Yeah, butter's fine, but I prefer something with a higher burn rate, like a smoking rate. Like butter's got a low smoke rate, so does olive oil. And so if you cook it to too high a temperature, it'll smoke.
Oh, okay.
Right, but this one can go at higher temperatures and not smoke.
Okay, that's another tip.
That's why I like that one. And then where's the flour?
Okay,
I need a little bit of flour. And I just take a little bit of flour. This will help it so it doesn't stick. So you just kind of take the little bit of flour,
here,
and then just kind of cover the oil with the flour. This is a baking trick that people always use. A little bit more. Whatever I don't use, I can put back.
see, that's a trick by Shane. If you don't
want to like have stuff stuck to your baking pan when you're finished, just.
Oh, we're drumming, but we're beating the drum right now, guys.
Just getting it all nicely covered.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's how clean he is in doing this.
Used it all, almost all of it. Okay.
All right. Oh,
okay. So
look,
now,
covered with flour without using the hand.
yeah,
That's so
take
nice.
some of the apple. It's been sitting there for 15 minutes. We put it down.
Look.
It smells nice and tasty.
Smells good, yeah.
Smells good, yeah. Put it all over there nicely. Then we put on the cobbler. This way. Now the cobbler
How? I thought the cobbler will come first before.
No, you put it on top. It's gonna close the baking loop. So you're gonna put the cobbler on.
Mm-hmm.
Right? In a flattened way.
Yeah.
Just cover that up. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? This is part of the cobbler brilliance.
Mm.
You know, I just need to.
I thought you will.
Just put a little bit everywhere.
You
so
were spilling it all over.
Yeah.
I thought you will. What do you call this? Flatten it with
the dough. You'll flatten the dough onto it. Yeah. That's why we're doing this.
No, the rolling pin.
No, that's when you're making what do you call it? Pie. This is like a reversed pie.
Oh, the reversed pie.
It's like a pie in a way. It's using a pie crust
Mm-hmm.
in a way. See, we're just kind of putting it on like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just making it nicely spread out. Put the. I want to have most of the apples covered.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you will cover it?
It doesn't need to be. It just needs to be mostly covered.
Mostly covered, but not all of it.
No, because it's got to like allow it to bubble and cook and be nice, right? So.
Mm-hmm.
This is a cobbler. It's like cobbled together. That's why it's called a cobbler.
Oh, cobbled together.
Like,
as if you're hugging each other.
Yeah, in a way. It's like you know.
You hug each other tightly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then when that's done, it's almost ready for the oven. They said to put an egg wash. Let me just put a little bit.
We're finished. So the cobbler and the apple.
See how that's nicely covered?
Yeah, they're hugging each other tightly now. Oh,
I'm just gonna see. It's like cobbled together. That's why it's called cobbler.
Mm-hmm.
Now I need an egg white. I need another egg. Where's the eggs? Okay. Try to make an egg white egg wash. This is carefully done.
Okay, look at it.
A little bit of yolk in there. Didn't these bubble up? Okay, so we left a big pan in there, and it's all heated up now. It's ready for the cobbler.
Oh, you put another pan.
Yeah.
Look.
Because it could end up, what do you call it, bubbling over. So we want to catch it before it goes into the rest. Ooh, look at that.
Look at that. Beautiful.
So golden brown. And tasty.
What do you call this?
Apple cobbler.
Apple cobbler project is
It's all complete.
It's all complete. Accomplished. Yay! It's time to
eat it.
eat
Let
it.
this cobbler cool for 10 minutes and we'll come back and eat it.
Alright, okay. After 10 minutes, we have to
And now we're going to try some.
try some.
Okay, I'm just going to... Oh, this is so good.
Leia, I will give you some of this.
You're going to bring some?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll bring some.
Okay.
Holy
Holy mackerel, eh? Look at that.
Apple cobbler.
Okay, that's yours. I'll have mine.
Yeah. So, are we going to put some ice cream on it?
Usually you put ice cream or cream or something like that on it. But
Yeah, on
we
the
don't
top.
have any right now, so we'll see it as it is.
Yep. Oh, look at guys. This is Apple Cobbler project. Yummy.